Dominic Raab, one of Rishi Sunak's closest allies, has resigned. He has been facing a probe for 5 months. What for? For alleged bullying and aggressive behavior in the office. Let's have a look at the accusations made against him. In November 2022, a number of civil servants in the Ministry of Justice spoke out against Raab. They said that demeaning rather than demanding, that he was very rude and aggressive, and that he wasn't just unprofessional but also a bully. He misbehaved with officials during his time as Brexit Secretary in 2018. He was also issued warnings when he served as the Foreign Secretary. Soon, the opposition parties started calling for a formal investigation. It started with 2 complaints. Raab requested an inquiry. He claimed he had always behaved properly towards the staff. The list of accusations soon started growing. Senior civil servants also got involved by January. Raab was facing 24 formal complaints. Shocking claims emerged against Raab. Some reported being physically sick before meetings. Others were regularly in tears, and in at least one case were left feeling suicidal. In a letter to Sunak, Raab said that he would resign if he was found guilty of bullying. And after a long wait, the findings were finally released on Thursday. All but 2 of the complaints made against Raab were dismissed. And for the last 24 hours, his political fate had been hanging in balance. Finally, Raab turned in his resignation earlier today, but he pulled no punches, by the way. He claimed that the findings were flawed. Raab apologized for the unintended stress that he caused, but he blamed it all on the pace, standards, and challenges of the job. His argument was that ministers should be able to give direct critical feedback, that they should be allowed direct oversight over their civil servant officials. Not just that, he also said, and I'm quoting, "In setting the threshold for bullying so low, this inquiry has set a dangerous precedent." This sparks an even bigger debate, and the matter does not just concern British politics, it relates to normal workplaces as well. What exactly qualifies as bullying at work? In broad terms, what is appropriate workplace behavior in 2023? You see, for the longest time, shouting and verbal abuse have been a workplace staple. Earlier, the management was asked to act like a boss, to show authority, keep the employees under check. But there has been a shift in the work culture. Toxicity is no more blindly accepted. Leaders are taught to behave like anything but a boss. They are encouraged to get involved with the employees and treat them as equals. Yelling is a big no-no. But despite the changing trends, bullying at work still remains prevalent. According to a report by Harvard Business Review, about 48.6 million Americans are bullied at work. This makes up about 30% of the workforce. In India, that percentage is reported to be as high as 46% or even 55%. There are quote-unquote screamers who yell and bang their fists. And then there are schemers who are quieter but equally dangerous. They resort to plotting, gaslighting, smear campaigns to try and push people out. However, employees don't bat an eyelid before quitting when they feel humiliated. A toxic boss is considered to be the greatest threat to a company's culture. According to a survey by the International Association of Administrative Professionals, a bad boss is the #1 reason for employees to quit. You see, those times have gone when workers lowered their heads and listened to endless verbal abuse. Workplace bullying is now seen as a serious issue. But the boundaries remain somewhat blurred. There is a difference between actual bullying and feeling bullied. Bullying at work is about isolating people, demeaning and humiliating them, gossiping about them, withholding information and tasks, and then in turn, blaming it on them. It is cruel and unacceptable. But you see, bullying is not expecting a team to produce quality work on time. It isn't when you are questioned for missing deadlines. So where does one draw the line? Think about it. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.